Hello and welcome to Nintendo Switch Online's Super Nintendo app, where today we're getting started with The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is yet another game where Nintendo brought the franchise to the Super Nintendo and made literally one of the best games of all time. It's honestly incredible just how much better this game is than Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. Long ago, in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule, surrounded by mountains and forests, legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land, but no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the Golden Power. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legend, a mysterious wizard known as Aghanim came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. Through evil magic, he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after another. You know, I don't think I've ever actually watched this scene before. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. I think I always just pressed start as soon as it got to the title screen. But yeah, Super Metroid was a huge leap forward for the Metroid franchise, and this does the same for the Zelda franchise. It's honestly pretty incredible just how on point Nintendo was for the Super Nintendo versions of their games. Though, this input your name screen could definitely use some work in terms of its UI. Like, it's clear that they did it like this because they've got capital letters, lowercase letters, and numbers and symbols. But, like, couldn't they just, like, right here have a caps button? Maybe over here have a numbers button? But instead, nah, let's move the whole keyboard. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard Aghanim has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. I got the lamp. Now I can light torches and see my way in darkness. Like, even just the visual improvements over the last 2 Zelda games. Yeah, there's something. There's more to it than just that. I will give 100 rupees to the man who finds the descendants of the wise men. Signed, the king. This is also the first Zelda game with scrolling backgrounds instead of... Well, actually, I guess technically... Yeah, we know you're in the dungeon of the castle. Yeah, hidden path from outside of the castle to the garden inside. Yeah, I know. But, yeah, I guess Zelda 2 did have scrolling backgrounds, like on the overworld and in the action scenes, but... Like, here... It's... I guess it's not that different, but still, it feels different. It's definitely different from Zelda 1, that's for sure. And Zelda 1 is the game that this one more takes after. Oh, hey, Uncle. Oh, Link, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield, and listen. You can focus power in the blade, hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Link, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... She's my what? We will never get that answer. Yeah, first Zelda game to add the spin attack. Also, the first Zelda game to add treasure chests. The first Zelda game where our sword is actually swung instead of just poked. Like, sure, we can still poke. But we can also swing our sword. It's got an arc to it. That's a huge upgrade. Oh, that guy just did not care that I slashed him. Well, the king's gone. First Zelda game to have multi-tiered top-down environments. Just so much that this game did that Zelda 1 and 2 did not. Oh, can't go there. This game's music is also just classic. So much that they did so right in their first game on the Super Nintendo. I got the boomerang. Also the first Zelda game to have big keys. Thank you, Link. I had a feeling you were getting close. Link, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. You know, the ones that you've been murdering left and right. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Yes? What's not to understand there? Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first, we have to go to the first floor. Let's go. Why'd they lock you up with 5 rupees? Just seems a little weird. You know, it's interesting. This game got re-released on the GBA. And, like, it was still the same game. Because of course it was. But they made one change that was honestly probably more annoying than anything. They took Link's shouts from Wind Waker, like when he swung his sword in that game, and applied it here. Like, when you swing your sword in this game on the GBA, Link makes his various noises. And I believe he also screamed when he fell down holes, and it's just like, yeah, it makes sense that he would make noises and stuff, but it doesn't match the aesthetic or the soundscape of the game when you add those in. There's a secret passage in the throne room that leads to Sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. That ornamental shelf should be open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. So, can we, like, close this behind us, or...? First Zelda game to have any sort of dynamic lighting. I mean, yeah, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 had dark rooms that you could light up with candles. But those rooms were either lit or not lit, with no in-between. Here we've got dark rooms that have varying levels of lighting, and also we can light up specific parts of said room just by holding our lamp. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to Sanctuary. Let's be careful. Also, it's worth noting, a lot of people do hold this to be their favorite 2D Zelda game. I cannot say that for myself. It's not my favorite. But I do really like it. There's not a lot to dislike about this game. It's just not quite up to the same level as some of the others, in my opinion. And we'll get to them. I almost have 100 rupees. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. So, one of these switches contains snakes, and the other opens the door. And I'm pretty sure every time I've played this game, I've done the wrong one first. Yeah, I know how to pull the lever. I guess she only tells us how to pull levers when we're by the correct one. Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Link? Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, "Once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open." Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword, also introduced in this game. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? I want to open the chest. Yay, a heart container. But yeah, the Master Sword as a named thing was introduced in this game, though it's arguable that the Magic Sword in Zelda 1 was the Master Sword. And they have similar implications in later games. Specifically Breath of the Wild, where you need 13 hearts in order to pull out the Master Sword. And in Zelda 1, you need 13 hearts in order to get the Magic Sword. What were you doing in that bush, sir? I always go in the wrong side first. Oh, it's you, Link. What can I do for you, young man? The Elder? Oh, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but... Long ago, a prosperous people known as the Hylia inhabited this land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hylia hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that now it is sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand the legend? Anyway, look for the Elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. Take care now, Link. You, sir, have you been going through life without one of my Hold Anything bottles? Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale now for the low, low price of 100 rupees. What do you say, interested? So you're broke, eh? Too bad. Come back after you earn more rupees. It might still be here. I do want that, and I can't afford it. But I might need my rupees for something else first. Oh, Link, the rumors say you kidnapped the princess, but I still trust you. There he is. Hey, Brother Link, do you have a bottle to keep a bug in? I see, you don't have one. Fine, I'll go get a bottle. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. Now hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. Is that why Link holds things above his head? This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later. can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that is coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now I'll lend it to you. I borrowed the bug catching net. There may be some other things I can catch with it too. Also, everyone say hi to Mario. Hi, Mario. How's it going, Mario? Forgot there was a free bottle. Though having more bottles is always good. Dang it. That's right. Doesn't matter how many bottles you have, they all go on the same inventory slot. Hi, Link. Sorry about my yard. It's a little overgrown. Thanks for visiting. I'm glad to have company to talk to. I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a lake swimming with Zoras at the source of the river, but it is hard to find. The treasure of Zora can turn people into a fish. I'd love to see that. Love to see another fairy pop out of the bushes. My son really liked to play the flute, but he went to look for the golden power and has not returned. I wonder where he is and what he's doing now. Whoa, I saw her. A very nice young lady at the Waterfall of Wishing in the hills where the river begins. Link, you should meet her at least once. I'm sure you'll like her. Hey, guard, I am doing just fine, and I hope you are too. I'm doing especially fine because I'm playing a game that I actually enjoy this time. I can't afford any of... Well, I can afford the one that's useless to me, but... Hi, Link. Elder, are you talking about the grandpa? Okay, but don't tell any of the bad people about this. He's hiding in the palace past the castle. I'll mark the spot on your map. Here you are. Not Zelda 2 goes just fine. It always impresses me. The sheer quality of Nintendo's Super Nintendo entries into franchises. Like, they went from the NES games, which are fine, and you can see the hints of a good game. And, like, sure, some of them, they still are decently fun at their hearts, but they lack the polish to feel truly great. But then you get to the Super Nintendo games, and they're all just unqualified classics. What was a chicken doing in there? Finally, I have bombs. And I can actually already use one right here in town. Out of the way, chicken. And unlike in Zelda 1, I got arrows before the bow this time. It's the X button to open the map. Sahasrara sure is hiding pretty far away. Yeah, I would argue that the original release of Metroid 2 was a good game, but it's undeniable that Super Metroid is one of the best games of all time, frequently rated as such in lists. And, like, Zelda 1 is okay. Zelda 2, you can see an okay game hiding underneath the surface. Then you get to A Link to the Past, and it is many people's favorite 2D Zelda game to this date. It's not my favorite. I do like it a lot, though. It's just like, dang, guys. Oh. I caught a fairy, and it will live in a bottle. I'm sorry, how are you hiding in grass? I understand you hiding under a bush, but just in grass? Ow. There's so much that Nintendo did right for their first foray into each franchise on the Super Nintendo. You can honestly say that about the N64 as well. Like, Ocarina of Time, fantastic game. Mario 64, fantastic game. F-Zero X, fantastic game. Star Fox 64, fantastic game. Nintendo was doing, like, I mean, you can't strictly say that the 64 titles are a straight improvement over the Super Nintendo titles, but, like, every Super Nintendo title they made, I would argue, was in fact better than every NES title they made in the same franchise. And to have constant improvement like that, that's something. That's a bunch of money. Yay, more bombs. And that's another bunch of money. I am indeed Sahasrara, the village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. Oh, really? Link, I'm surprised a young man like you is searching for the Sword of Evil's Bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legends say only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? Yeah. Good. As a test, can you retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. Okay, so palace. We are getting railroaded. Can't go through doors with pots. That's a bunch of money. We are getting very rich very fast. Also, a Zelda game where you don't need to get a bigger wallet to hold more money is honestly kind of nice. Zelda 2 did not have money in it. Money was not a concept that that game enjoyed. But Zelda 1, we could never even hold 344 rupees at once. Why do they even let us under this ledge? So, we're still at the point where the compass isn't that helpful. It just shows us where the boss lives. Compasses in later games will become more helpful.
Link, it is I, Sahasra. I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. Here is a hint. You can use the treasure hidden in this palace to defeat armored foes.
go this way. Shame I don't have the big key to open the big chest. Like, we can see this big chest here, but we can't open it. Yeah, it's locked. If you had the big key, you might be able to open it. Which does add value to the big key, making it so that it can open not only big key doors, but also the big chest, which has the dungeon item in it. Makes it a lot more exciting to get the big key in this game than it is in later games. And yet, I kind of like being able to just open any chest I come across. Taking a victory lap is nice and all. But when you can take the victory lap, well, I guess as soon as you find the thing. Like, it lets them do different dungeon design when the big key is only for the boss door. Is it better dungeon design? Arguable. So this being a fairly simple dungeon, I've already been to all of the rooms that I can prior to big key. Hey, would you look at that? We got the bow. This is the first game where the bow has had arrows instead of shouldn't have grabbed both of those. The first Zelda game where the bow has had arrows instead of firing rupees. Now we have 2 bottled fairies. Takes a surprising amount of time for the arrow to actually leave our bow. Oh, those actually do damage. I don't know why my brain was thinking, hey, those things only take magic, it's fine. I just accidentally stepped on the correct button first there. Well, that was certainly a room. I also find it interesting how in this game, the boss door is not always locked by a big key. Like, it's always behind a big key door, just sometimes it's a ways behind it. But it does always have one of these in front of it to tell you that that's where the boss lives. So apparently this is not the boss room, it's the room leading up to the boss room. Immune to pots. Okay, this boss is already half done. Though, I need to, like... Well, now I need to not miss any more shots, and... Whoops. I might not be able to beat this boss now. Oh, never mind. Also, apparently I could use my sword. Maybe I'm thinking of the Link's Awakening version of this boss. Was that one immune to everything but the bow? I think it was. Forced heart acquisition. I won the Pendant of Courage. Time to take it to Sahasra. 2 pendants remain. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage. Now I will tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Link, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants, and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it. You know, I feel like the R button should do something. But it doesn't. L and R do nothing. Like, if they put the Pegasus shoes on R, it would feel natural. I'm pretty sure that's actually exactly what they did in the GBA release of this game. I'll definitely want her potions later. But for now, a fairy will revive me completely, and I don't have much to spend magic on. Also, we can't even get to the waterfall. So there is something that we can use our Pegasus shoes for already. So I guess I should go do that. Where is he? Okay, apparently we need to start dashing after he does and not before. We need to approach him from the left so that there's more distance for him to run and thus more distance for us to catch up. I can't believe you caught me. With your speed, it must have been easy to kidnap Zelda. You don't look like such a bad guy, though. Anyway, because you have such quick feet, it might be a good idea to run and bash into many things. For example, the trees in this village have many useful things hanging in their branches. Well, just try it, okay? Yeah, he doesn't give us anything. So many apples. We can't go in there. Hey, look, it's a heart piece we can't reach. But it's also a heart piece. This game introduced those to the franchise. No, I don't need to be in the Lost Woods. So we can't get the red pendant yet. We certainly can't get the blue pendant yet. I need to remember where I need to go next. We haven't gone south of Kakariko yet, so could be worth a shot. You know what? Maybe we should tell Sahasra's wife we found him. Oh. Okay, so she just tells us the same stuff as before we found him. Okay, so this house used to be a hideout for thieves. Their leader's name was Blind, and he hated bright light a lot. Got it. A piece of heart. So, if I want to get all of these chests, is it doable in one go? So, if I get this chest, that means pushing down both of the blocks to either side. And then the block in the middle goes to one side. That won't prevent us from getting this chest. But it won't prevent us from getting anything. Cool. So let's do that. And then this. And there we go. All chests available. ₹80. I keep on wanting the A button to be my item use button. No, it's Y. I found the Book of Mudorha. I can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylia. So maybe I actually can get the blue medal. Or medallion. Pendant thing. You ever hate your brother so much that you pave over the door between your rooms? Ooh, I like something good. The sign was a trap. If I didn't read the sign... Hooray! Forget whether there's anything for doing it again. But she said that you'd give me something good. I even did it faster this time. Escape? I don't need rupees. I'm doing just fine. Okay, bye. That's the blacksmith over there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I should probably at least stop by there. Oh, it looks like I gotta go through here to do that. Right. These woods are like impenetrable. Which means going through Kakariko to get to the smith. And apparently I can't squeeze between that tree and the rock.
I wish I had the hammer. Okay, can't do anything for me right now. Why are bushes so dangerous in this game? I had honestly forgotten about the bombs hidden under bushes sometimes. And also about the soldiers hidden under bushes sometimes. Every other Zelda game, if you see a bush, you can cut it and there's probably something nice waiting for you. This game, it's not always nice. You can't go that way. You can say hi to our house. Can't even sleep in my own bed. But at least I keep lots of hearts in the pots next to it. Don't know how those got there, but who am I to complain? You've never played A Link to the Past? It's worth it. It's a really good game. Literally had to throw myself into the water to claim that money that I got paid by a fish for rescuing it. Pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by this sign. Leave him alone. I guess I'll leave him alone then. Yeah, Link to the Past is definitely one of the better Zelda games out there. If you at all enjoy the 2D Zelda games, you kind of owe it to yourself to play this one.
Alright, I just needed the book to get here, and we're good to go. Yep, that sure is illegible. To open the way to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted. So, you'll note that Link just crossed his heart. The Book of Medora in the Japanese version of this game was the Bible. But Nintendo of America removed religious references, and for good reason. But they still left in the animation of Link crossing his heart to pray for a way forward. It's one of those amusing little anecdotes about this game's development. Well, I found the big chest.
Link, it is I, Sahasrara. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon.
Hoping for a heart drop. Those BMOs have really been taking it out of me. There we go. Right. Need the dungeon item in order to actually make progress here. Well, this room was just a trap. Okay, so there's still one more room in this part of the dungeon that I have not been to. And where does this exit pop us out? Okay, so that's just if we want to leave, I guess. Because when we came in, the statues rearranged themselves to block our exit. So they did need to have another exit to this dungeon. I guess they decided that they'd rather have two than just one. Because there's also the exit to the west, which we can use to get down. But we can also use it to leave the dungeon so that we can come back in the dungeon where the boss is, because that's just how this dungeon works. There we go. Power Glove. Can feel strength in both hands. Can pick up and carry stones now. Don't want to be killed by tiles, but apparently it's happening. Honestly, there's no reason for me to stay in here. Why are there so many rooms with unlit braziers where the braziers do nothing? At least here they do something.
Now to fight Lanmola. Times 2. Or 3. Actually interesting how so many bosses in this game are just complete non-threats. And also very few of them require the use of their dungeon's item. There's definitely some, but very few. Of course, part of that is probably because a lot of this game's dungeon items are for traversal rather than combat. You know, it's weird. If you get a heart piece to get an extra heart, it refills your life. But if you get a heart container, your life stays not full, but then you grab the thingy, and that fills your life. It's weird. I won the Pendant of Power. My goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one. Oh, and you'll note that now that we've got the Power Glove, Link has gray gloves on his hands in his sprite. He did not have that before. Your trial in the desert has made you stronger. The blood of the hero must be in your veins. Some bombable walls you can also use the Pegasus shoes to break down. But in this case, had to be a bomb. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. It's a fairy fountain. Thanks for all the money, guy. Why did you take my sign? It says plain as day to just leave me alone. Sheesh. And I was leaving you alone. I just took your sign is all. The sign didn't say to leave the sign alone. You should really write things like that on a sign. I actually need to... Before I go this way, I need to go way up here.
You know, I both like and dislike that the NSO releases, or the NSO emulation, preserves slowdown. Because on the one hand, like, it's the game actually running poorly. But on the other hand, it's authentically running poorly. And while on a modern 3D system, slowdown is just always a bad thing that feels awful, when playing a classic 2D game and having slowdown like that, it almost feels kind of cute. Like, aw, they tried so hard, but their hardware just couldn't keep up back then. Whereas if it happens today, it's like, man, why would you make a game that can't even run on the hardware it's made for? What does this say? The waterfall of wishing is just around the corner. I need to go get that item that turns people into fish. Whoops. Whoops. What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers. But I don't just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. Oh, 500's a lot. Wade back this way when you have more rupees. I'll see you again. Okay, so we have to pay 500. This isn't one of those games where you can get a discount by saying no the first time. Which means, I guess, I have to leave the screen and come back so that that big fella will come back. Right, this isn't the game where you just leave screens, is it? Is this far enough away? Okay. Give me them flippers.
One pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. I bought the Zora's flippers. With these, I should be able to swim even in deep water. Well, I can use the Zora's waterways. It doesn't make standard Zora's any nicer. Throw an item. What can I upgrade here? I don't think I can upgrade my sword, but I think I can. Can I upgrade my shield? Yes, I did drop that. Yay! Yep, I dropped that boomerang. Okay, I think I don't think the bow is upgradable here. But it's the only other one of these items that I believe can be upgraded at a fountain, so... Yep, that's mine. Okay, yeah. We're done upgrading things at this fountain for now. Maybe we'll get something later that we can upgrade in it. But later is not now. Because that's how time works. Okay, so this is a fairy fountain that we can't get into from this side. Lift these rocks? No, they're too heavy.
Nope. Nothing's worth what he's offering him for. We don't need our fortune told. Let's go get another bottle. Yo, Link, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. And that's also all he will say to us. But hey, we got another bottle. That's 3 of them now. I believe we can only get 1 more in the entire game. Throw some rupees in and our wishes will come true. Let's throw 20 rupees in. My happiness has increased by 20 rupees. And I will have good luck today. Can I throw in more rupees before leaving? Yeah. I believe something happens at like 100, 500, and 1,000. How far down do I have to go before it lets me use the thing again? Okay, so it's time-based and not distance-based, apparently. I want to carry more bombs. Big trouble? I don't want big trouble. Okay, so it's every 100, I guess. I want to carry more arrows. And I can't afford any more expansions right now, so we'll leave it at that. You can earn a lot of rupees by defeating enemies. It's the secret of my success. I mean, I guess it's true. I got the ice rod. One of the few optional items in this game. So yeah, that one guy said that there were fantastic creatures or whatever in a cave east of Lake Hylia, and well, that's where we just were and what we just got in a bottle. It's just fairies. So now I need to go get that red pendant. That's much closer to where I wanted to be. Not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. But the king can't give permission anymore. He's a little bit dead right now. Right. Can't do anything from this side of the here. So yeah, let's just go to Death Mountain. Darn bomb bushes. I don't think that would go down to a lower level, so I'm not going to throw myself in that hole. I don't know who you are, but if you're going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who's your age. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be a part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men.
missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the Moon Pearl, which is in the tower on the top of this mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here any time. My weariness is so comforted. Well, we don't need to go back to Kakariko Village just yet. Behold, Spectacle Rock. Because Spectacle Rock is a recurring feature in Zelda games. I don't want to throw myself down that hole just yet. Hey look, I'm a pink bunny. What do you want? You have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't go back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off! Shoo, shoo! Congrats on being less busy, guard. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of ether. Well, I don't have that sword yet. And here we are introduced to crystal switches for the first time in the franchise. Right, I needed to swap it before coming back up. So me, I never had a Super Nintendo, and I never had an NES. I had a Game Boy Color and an N64. I forget whether I got Ocarina of Time first or Link's Awakening first, but one of those was my first Zelda game. And then I remember getting the other and feeling weird about how they were basically completely different games.
yet I enjoyed them both. Dang it.
Link, it is I, Sahasrara the Elder. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Do not forget this.
But yeah, my Zelda experience, again, started with either Link's Awakening or Ocarina of Time, then got the other. And from there, I played the Zeldas in the order in which they were released. I finally got to play A Link to the Past for myself when they released it on GBA. And I got to play Zelda 1 through the Zelda Collector's Edition disc on GameCube. And Zelda 2, I played the tiniest bit of on that same disc. But yeah, Zelda 2, I had never fully played until 2 days ago. Or whenever it was. Yeah, 2 days ago. And Zelda 1, I only ever played through the once until I did that earlier this week. But A Link to the Past, I had played through multiple times. I played through it on GBA, I played through it on Wii Virtual Console. I played through it on the Super Nintendo Classic. In fact, I most recently played through A Link to the Past, I want to say just last year. So this is one that I come back to a lot, because it's good enough to come back to a lot. But I did not grow up with it. But as of 2 days ago, I can say that I have played through the entirety of every Nintendo-published Zelda game. That was a quick big key. Phantom Hourglass is an interesting Zelda game to have as your third favorite. Yeah, Zelda 2 was not good. It was not good at all. It's one of those games where you can see what they were going for, but they tripped and fell in a hole along the way trying to get there. And, like, they didn't have to make the mistakes they did, but they made them. Yeah, Zelda 2 is the only Zelda game that I can say I actively dislike as it was released. A different version of Zelda 2, a remake that fixed my issues with it, I would actually like quite a good deal. But as it was initially released, absolutely not. Not for me.
Link at his eyes, Sahasrara the Elder. An orb known as the Moon Pearl is in this tower. Whoever holds the Moon Pearl is protected so that his form will not change in the Dark World. You must find it and escape from the tower. Don't forget the Moon Pearl. Look at me not forgetting the Moon Pearl. So, there should be a hole I can fall into that'll take us somewhere useful. Oh, so close. Now I know exactly what hole to throw myself into. Yeah, for me, my favorite Zelda games at this point in time would have to be Majora's Mask first. Second might be Breath of the Wild. It's hard to say. And then, like, I do absolutely adore the... Well, actually all of the 2D Game Boy Zelda games. Because they're all very good. I think Link's Awakening takes the cake, though. Followed by Oracle of Seasons and Ages in that order. It's interesting, because two of those games that I just named were initially meant to be remakes, but then changed into full original games. Because Link's Awakening was initially created to be a Game Boy remake, a portable version of this very game right here, A Link to the Past. That was their original design goal. But, I mean, they clearly ended up making it a different game. And Oracle of Seasons was originally meant to be a remake of Zelda 1. And that'll be very obvious in certain parts of it when we get there. But that one also evolved into its own unique game. Anyway, I've won the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, I've collected all 3 pendants. Go now to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. So, I get that the weapon durability in Breath of the Wild was a friction point for a lot of people. But the game wouldn't really function well without it. Because the thing is, the whole reason durability is there is to encourage players to go fight more enemies. That's the whole reason. Because as is,
the only reason to fight enemies is, oh, they might give me some kind of reward, except they rarely do. They rarely give you anything that's worthwhile anyway. But with there being weapon durability, it's, hey, if I go fight these enemies with my weapons, sure, I might break a weapon or two, but I'll get more out of it. And I might get something better than what I already have. And that's the whole reason it's there. Like, if you don't fight enemies, your weapons never break, but you also don't get new weapons. But if you do fight enemies, your weapons break sometimes, but you get new ones. And that's just the whole thing. That's basically it. And, like, there is no weapon in that game that's so valuable you can't let it break. Everything is replaceable with something better or just as good without too much effort. And, like, if you just go fight every Lionel every time there's a blood moon, well, you never have to worry about weapons again. And also, with weapons breaking, it forces the player to actually learn to use more than just, like, standard swords. Like, sometimes you have to use a claymore, sometimes you have to use a spear. And you get to learn how they're different, and you can't over-rely on any one thing. Like, yes, it doesn't feel good to have your best weapon break. But when you find a weapon that's way better than the things you've been using, that's still nice. When you find one of the out-in-the-world, like, the magic swords that's got an element to it, that's still pretty neat. It's more interesting than the standard weapons you get. And yes, it'll break eventually, but no weapon is so valuable you can't break it, and no weapon is so... whatever. It's... I feel like you probably get where I'm getting at. I cannot brain when so many rocks. Maybe we've already been here. Yeah, it's... The weapons were never designed to be something you get attached to. They're all things that it's like, yeah, you use them while you've got them, you enjoy them while you can. They'll break, but it doesn't matter. You'll get more, and that's it. Yeah, weapon breaking is just straight up, hey, you have an excuse to go fight enemies because enemies are where you get weapons. And also, there's... most of the game, you can get most of the stuff in it without ever swinging a sword. And, like, the fact that you can increase your weapon carrying capacity so much... honestly, I think that's probably the biggest thing that makes it not such a big deal to me that there's weapon durability. Like, sure, at first it definitely sucks that you can only hold, like, 5 weapons, and they can break. But then when you've got a backpack full of, like, 30 Lionel weapons, suddenly it's not so bad. I don't want to play your chest game. Hey, look, it's the Master Sword. This is it, the Master Sword. No, this can't be it. Too bad. I actually love that this game has a bunch of fake Master Swords here. This mushroom smells like sweet rotten fruit. You can give this to anyone who wants it. Yeah, admittedly, the combat is not what I actually enjoy Breath of the Wild for. It's actually not what I enjoy any Zelda game for. What I come to Zelda games for is exploration. It's actually what I come to most games for. I like to explore, to see new stuff, to have things to do. And no game does that better than Breath of the Wild in the franchise. That said, the variety of things to do doesn't feel as thrilling as Majora's Mask, which is why, like, Majora's Mask, there's a lot of stuff to do, and it feels impactful to the characters, whereas Breath of the Wild, there's just a lot of places to go and see and a lot of puzzles to do, which I do very much enjoy. I do wish it had more stringing those together, more direction. Anyway, suddenly Sahasrara contacts me telepathically.
Link, it is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Link.
So yeah, got the Master Sword. That was quick. Actually, I guess it took 2 hours. Link, help! The soldiers are coming to the sanctuary! Scream!
No. No. No!
Also, you'll note the Master Sword is longer than the sword we had before. To have the hammer before I could do this. I can definitely see why you would want to be able to repair weapons in Breath of the Wild. I still don't see it as necessary, because again, you can carry so many weapons, and the game gives you so many weapons, that, like, once you've upgraded your weapon carrying capacity, it basically just doesn't matter anymore. Because sure, your weapons will break if you use them, but you always have more. Uh-oh. Link, you're a second too late. I've failed. Zelda, the soldiers have abducted her. They've taken her to the castle. You must find her before the wizard works his magic. Please, you're our only hope. He's dead now. Yeah, I think one thing that would improve Breath of the Wild's handling of weapons is, like, throughout the game, you find things like, oh, you can find a club, but then later you'll find a spiked club. Or things like that. And when I first saw that, it's like, oh, cool. Will I be able to upgrade my own regular clubs into spiked clubs later on? No, you can't. You just have to find them. I think if you could use monster parts to turn a standard club into a spiked club, and perhaps refresh its durability in the process, that would be pretty neat. But alas, every weapon in that game has to just be found on the floor. But, like, yeah, you can get so many weapons with so much durability that, in my eyes, it just straight up does not matter that they break, because you've always got spares. And, like, again, if you fight every Lionel on every Blood Moon, you never have to worry about weapons ever again. You can use the best stuff in the game as much as you want, because you've got more. But I do understand why some people aren't a fan of the weapon durability system, because, yeah, it feels bad to have things break. I don't care if it's things that I can replace so easily. Things that I always have more of. Early game, it does absolutely suck, even for me, because early game, you don't have enough space to carry spares of every kind of weapon. And when you lose one weapon, yeah, that's a full 25% of your weapons gone or whatever. But get enough Korok seeds, and who the hell even cares? Also, say hi to sword beams in this game. They're all swirly. But anyway, yeah, Breath of the Wild, I come to that game because it's got a lot of places to explore and things to do. There's not a lot of variety in the things, but there's a lot of things, and that counts for something. Skyward Sword I very much liked on my first playthrough. It doesn't hold up as well on subsequent playthroughs simply because of the nature of that game. But it's still good. Fi needs to shut the hell up and let you solve your own damn puzzles. But beyond there, yeah, Skyward Sword is a good game. And I like how they reuse environments in actually clever ways instead of being like, oh, you just gotta walk through this place again. It's like, no, they recontextualize the environments that they reuse. And I very much like that. So, and Wind Waker. I also really like Wind Waker. Which, there's some people who think Wind Waker is the weakest 3D Zelda. I have to disagree. Like, my favorite 3D Zelda games until Breath of the Wild came out were all the ones that had alliteration in the titles. Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. In that order, no less. Twilight Princess, I wish I could like it more. But it feels like it's trying to be Ocarina of Time. It doesn't feel like it has its own identity. It's just, it wants to be Ocarina of Time, but bigger. And Ocarina of Time already is not my favorite 3D Zelda game. I do like it a lot. But it's probably my second least favorite 3D Zelda game. And I don't believe there has been a bad 2D Zelda game since A Link to the Past came out. In fact, if we discount Zelda 2, I don't believe there has been a bad Zelda game. End of statement. But there have been some that I like less than others. I don't know what door I just opened, but I opened a door. Honestly, I think a lot of the complaints with Skyward Sword would have just dried up if Fi would shut the hell up. If Fi was always just an optional dialogue thing, instead of like, oh, hey, you're standing in front of this dungeon's only puzzle, this is how to solve it. Like, Fi holds your hand a little too hard. If all of Phi's tips were optional prompts, like you press a button to get them, like with Navi, people would have a lot fewer problems with Skyward Sword. Its controls also needed polish a little bit, but it's not that bad. Though, admittedly, some standard enemies, bokoblins especially, did get a little grating to fight over and over again. Specifically the bokoblins with the little zappy swords. Those guys got annoying, because it's like turning every single enemy into something that takes as long as a mini-boss in any other Zelda game. It's unnecessary. Dude, get off of me. Yeah, Skyward Sword's still a good game. I still appreciate it. I'm looking forward to actually playing the HD version as part of my Zelda-thon. So that's going to take a while to get there. Because I think I'm going to be going in release order for most of these. Look, it's Aghanim and Zelda.
Aha, Link, I've been waiting for you. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, the last moment of Princess Zelda.
Doing that voice, not good for the throat. Need to take a drink. So, Guard, the thing about the Zelda CDI games, they were not published by Nintendo. Which means I can safely throw them away and say, yeah, those aren't Nintendo-published Zelda games. They're not real Zelda games. End of story.
Ho, ho, ho. With this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. It is now only a matter of time before evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. Ho, ho, ho. Now I must go.
Yeah, well, I must follow.
Oh, so you mean to say you would like to be totally destroyed? Well, I can make your wish come true.
Wasn't expecting that. Kind of forgot he had lightning. Also, now we've got enough hearts that we can't rely on fairies to completely refill them. Oops. I guess it doesn't matter if he does the blue balls for me because I've got his shield. Lightning still hurts, though. It's very rude.
met, like the true hero that you are, but I am not ready to admit defeat yet. I will draw you into the dark world. Link, it is I, Sahasrara. I am communicating to you across the void through telepathy. The place where you now stand was the Golden Land, but evil power turned it into the Dark World. The wizard has broken the wise men's seal and opened a gate to link the worlds at Hyrule Castle. In order to save this half of the world, the Light World, you must win back the Golden Power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens who Aghanim sent to the Dark World. As members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men, they have power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. Link, I can rely on only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. I beg you. So yeah, to the Palace of Darkness we go. That actually is too strong of a crack for even our regular bombs. So it's gotta wait. You're new here, aren't you? Did you come here looking for the power of gold? Well, you're too late. It will only obey the first person who touches it. The man who last claimed the power of gold wished for this world. It reflects his heart. Yes, I came here because of greed for the golden power. And look what happened to me. To restore the Golden Land, a person worthy of the golden power must defeat the man who created this place. Until that time, I am stuck in this bizarre shape. But what a mischievous thing to leave lying around. The power of gold. Triforce. Suddenly, we have something following us. It started following us right when we got about here. I'm Kiki the monkey, Kiki. I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? There you go. Kiki. Good choice. I will accompany you for a while. Kiki. You know, for some reason I had it in my head that he would actually cost me like 200 rupees, but 10 is fine. Another 100. If you give me 100 rupees, I will open the entrance for you.
Do it.
Good choice. And I get 100 of your rupees.
Everyone knows the Palace of Darkness is the Monkey Temple. That's just how it works. And the Palace of Darkness is going to be the last dungeon that I do today. Because I gotta save something for later streams, and also I'm getting hungry. So it's about time for the stream to end soonish anyway. And thus it will end after this dungeon is done. So at least there's a way to get out from this side without needing to go through the middle. I believe this takes us to fairies? Not exactly. Don't gotta worry about zappy jellyfish when you have sword beams. Right, have to use arrows on these guys. But only on the red ones. The green ones we can slash to our heart's content. Unlike Zelda 1, enemies that split into multiple small versions of themselves still have the small ones drop hearts and stuff. Sometimes the cracks in the walls in this game are fake, but sometimes they're real. Sometimes multiple are real. Alright, not much else I can do here, because I do not have the hammer. so this actually will take me down to somewhere I haven't been. But is it somewhere useful? The answer is yes. Ish. Should have given the potion shop lady the toadstool so that I could have magic powder. Oh well. That can wait. Of course, we have to push the lower block. Well, actually, now that we've got the crystal switch switched, the other path so that we can get the chest over there. So many keys. I like how you push statues way faster in this Zelda game than in any other. Can't pick up hearts with our sword in this game. Yeah, Link to the Past randomizers are very popular. So I can't blame you for having only seen it through randomizers, though sometimes it's worth it seeing the game, you know, as it was initially released. Well, I can't do anything here yet. Gotta find both the big key and the big chest. Well, there's the big chest. Still need the big key. Well, there's not many more places the big key could be hiding. Is it really going to be in the room right before the big chest? Giving us bombs because we absolutely require bombs in order to get to the big chest. Another small key. I wasn't supposed to have the hammer before coming here, was I? Yeah, that's gotta be the hammer. Which means I've missed something. Ah, it's the room that I fell into. I wish I could move my cursor around this map, but if I go one room right and 2 rooms down, there was a ledge in the room that you could fall into from there. That's where it's got to be. Which means I just need to fall in from the right spot. This just takes us to the boss door, I believe. Or rather, to the space around the boss door. And there's also a chest. Oh boy, arrows that I can't carry any more of. Oh boy, another key. Are there even enough doors for these keys? So yeah, here. I need to fall here. And that'll take us to that chest, which has to be the big key. Yep. There we go. And it's faster to just use a fairy than to watch the "you died" animation, so... Alright, later, guard. Thanks for dropping by. And now I have the hammer. Which makes a delightful little sound. Okay, not here it doesn't. It's not the sound I remember it making. I guess it only makes the delightful sound when you're actually hammering down a stake. So the hammer does in fact make the sound I enjoy when I hammer these down. I like that sound. And here we are on the boss's doorstep. And there's the Helmasaur King. We actually have to use our hammer to break his mask. first case in this game so far of the dungeon item being required against the boss. And he's dead. And with that, we've rescued our first descendant of the 7 wise men.
Link, because of you I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world used to be the Golden Land where the Triforce was hidden. But because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished it, the world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers. But the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
Hooray! We've gotten 1 of 7. And now the rest are marked. And numbered, though you don't have to do them in the order presented. It's just the order they expect you to do them in. Well, yeah, that is going to be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. And I will see you on Tuesday for more A Link to the Past. See you then, friends.